Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri ve hlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve cealli vesiran min ehli Harun ahi iştud bihi ezri ve eşriku fi emri key nusebbihake kesira ve nezkurake kesira inneke kunte bina basira. Allahümme allimna ma yenfa'una ve enfa'na bima allamtena ve zidna ilma ve erinel hakka hakkan verzukna ittiba'ah ve erinel batila batilan verzukna ictinabah. Rabbena zalemna enfusena ve illem tağfir lena ve terhamna lenekunenne minel khasirin. Ve sallillahumma ala Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve ashabihi ve etbahi ve sellem velhamdülillahi rabbil alemin. Amin. Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. We have been studying a long hadith, which is very interesting, very figurative teaching, lots of metaphors. This one. So this is the long hadith, and we've got these ones. Now, here up to this is the last piece. Why are we studying this kind of hadith narrations? Just to know that the Qur'an and the Prophet, alayhi salatu wassalam, teaches the people not like a lawyer or, I don't know, for example, construction engineering or chemistry language or medicine, but they are the Quran and the prophetic teaching. Their teaching must be in such a way that everybody at every age, in every condition, they can share their guidance from them. It must be open, the language must be figurative, not like mathematical equations. Sometimes it does, but still open to interpretations. There are rules of understanding the Quran, which Quran says there is no grammar contradiction in it, mistake in it. So your understanding must be confirmed by Arabic grammars. It means within the Arabic grammars. If you don't know very details, especially Arabic grammar, Arabic language is such a language that exceptions to the general principles are more than the principles almost. And also in Arabic, those native Arabic speakers may not notice this, but they always speak in through analogies and similes. They don't say, I am happy today. They may say, no, I am happy as the something. The language is always flowery language. Quran takes advantage of it, uses this language which is open to interpretation, but not arbitrary. This is one point. The second point in teaching of the Quran and Hadith narrations, although fiqh scholars make it static, but only this is related to fiqh contained verses, which are very limited, very extremely limited, 3% of the Quran. The rest is all teachings, how directly related to human reality. So we can, while we are following the principles of Arabic grammar, there is another principle that should never be forgotten. This is the purpose of the Quran and purpose of the prophetic teaching. Purpose of the Quran is universal message for everyone, for every living situation, universal. So everybody will take notice of or benefit from according to his needs, within his conditions, but you cannot arbitrarily interpret it. You can, but you harm yourself. I mean, no one can say that. I understood this way. Until I cannot really say, okay, I don't care. It doesn't make sense to me, forget about it. But one has to be expert. Maqasid al-Qur'aniya and maqasid al-Nubuwwah. Maqasid al-Qur'aniya, the objectives of the Quran. Objectives of the Quran is not related to any subject that I can learn from the creation of this world. For example, how to cultivate this, how to make a chemical reaction. You go in the lab and make it. That is left to human beings. But while you are working in the laboratory conditions, why is it like this? How come it happens in this way? Who is arranging it? These kind of questions, especially questioning the qualities of its maker, source of existence of these objects, answered in the Quran. Guidance is there so that we will have a meaningful life. Okay, our friend is drinking water. So I think that's yours. Yeah? Oh, that's yours. You are hiding. Okay. Of course, this is the climate. So while you are drinking water, or how do you make the pat or bottle? Yeah, for example, make it flexible to yours, for example. Yeah. So practical. Quran is not, God is not teaching this. But while you are making it, while you are drinking it, have you ever thought, who made it available that you can make this one flexible? Who prepared this for you? Who arranged this order? And why? What is the purpose? How come that I need water and liquid? And how come that water is already there? I'm not critical. What is the meaning of it? Well, how can I benefit from it as a human being? Because my feelings, we need to remember, we need to realize our needs we have two channels. One is bodily needs. I need food, I need a secure life, I need shelter, I need family life. Somehow friends need, okay. But spiritual needs are endless. Endless. Why? If you have a house, let's say this house has 10 rooms, what are you going to do? For example, okay, one room for yourself, one room, let's assume you are living alone. You can live in one room only. So you can change the room. But if a guest comes, I'm not talking in practical terms, we can eat only a limited amount of food. You can drink only a limited amount of water. Our physical bodily needs are limited. But we may make it, I would love to have it beautiful looking. I would love to have in front of my house, my window, a green scenery. That is spiritual need. Not bodily need, spiritual need. You love beauty. I love beauty. So beauty is not matter. And also, I don't want to lose it. I want to enjoy it for how long? Eternally, with no end. This needs, as many human, we have many human feelings we have, that many, that much need we have. Can you count your feelings? Impossible. You cannot count it, impossible. We may not think, we may not notice how many different kinds of meaning, needs we have, spiritual needs. If someone, anything, I mean, you like music, you like good friendship, and you want not to get old, not to die. It's lots of you want a friendship with somebody eternally beautiful, never ends, or you don't want to have any disturbing sentence or attitude. Endless. Qur'an, it gives us the guidance how you can get this satisfaction for your spiritual needs, eternal side of our human needs. Qur'an always refers to it. The Prophet also does the same way. The hadith we are reading is looks like strange. For example, let's read now.
Want to turn on your video?
Sorry?
Do you want to turn on your video?
So what?
Your Zoom video, it's not on.
Video. Zoom videoyu mu? Thank you. Our friends in Zoom were expected to remind me. Okay. All right. Now.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Thank you. When I love him and a believer, I become his hearing with which he hears. God becomes my hearing. Look at the language. That's what I needed to give this introduction. It's a long introduction. His sight with which he sees. God becomes my sight. Where is it? It's my eye. So his hand with which he strikes again, and his leg with which he walks. And if he asks me, I will give him. If he seeks my protection, I will protect him. I don't hesitate about anything as I hesitate about the soul of the believer. What? He hates death. The believer hates death. Now, you might say that I don't hate death, but you will see. I hate to displease him. Hate represents temporariness, transience. If you enjoy something, you don't want to lose it. If something you newly buy and may God protect, get involved into an accident and it is damaged, you don't like it. Everybody tries to be careful, not to lose, not to have anything damaged. He hates death. It means damaged, lost, harmed, unpleasant things. I hate to displease him. But you hate to displease me, but I'm sorry, you are creating death. You are creating harmful events. It is you are doing it, creating it. Why do you say, I hate to displease him? Understood the lots of things are strengths going on here in the hadith. Now, of course, the question is obvious. The number one, does this hadith suggest that God becomes a truly devoted believers, hearing, seeing, hand and leg? Really, physically, it's impossible. We know that. What does it mean then? Any suggestion? Yeah.
It's about your spiritual needs.
Spiritual needs, when hearing, seeing, hand, leg. What? Give us some examples, practical examples.
It's like the example you gave with the water,
Hmm.
where now it's not just physical, but I have an appreciation for it, that there is something greater than me making this and taking care of me. And I'm enjoying this, I'm savoring it. But there's a very beautiful, positive experience. And, you know, I think here it's saying, well, with all of your senses and every part of you, there's a way to experience that in this world.
So, for example, we are drinking coffee, I think. Tea, or tea. And you hear, you drink tea, what happens at the end? Finishes. He says, if you are a believer, if you really understand who creates this tea, provides, not the one who sells and makes it up, a source of existence of the tree in its essence. When as you drink tea, how do you feel? But let's assume that we are very conscious believers. Would you like to say something?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So when this question came up, there's emphasis on truly devoted believers. So a truly devoted believer would have, in my opinion, a taqwa, the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that he does or she does. So when in this quote when it says, when I love him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a taqwa. And by that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be with you in your hearing, in your sight, in his hand, and his strikes. So everything that you choose to hear is because of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, right now we're living in the world of fitna, especially like in New York City and the Washington Square Park. There's a lot of things that we don't want to see, but if you're a person with taqwa, you will choose not to look at that.
Okay, but how God becomes your hearing, your leg?
Because of your remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that you do.
How does it happen? Now the question is this. Alaikum salam. Now I mean, we have to have something practical. That's why I'm looking for a practical answer. Now go back to your tea. Now, believer, okay, you are drinking tea and realizing that it is created, provided by the one who created you and the universe, made it in a perfect order, presenting to you free. The one who prepared it asks for money. Creator doesn't. Now, what do you think? Who is the creator of the tea? Make a dialogue with me. The one who created the whole universe. And which kind of creator he is? Now, he is the absolute being, creates the world in such a way that we don't really see any gap. Any, 0.000, whatever the 10 power to 1 billion no, even the second of the 10 power to 1 billionth of a second. There is no God. It means the absolute being is manifesting his qualities. Absolute has no number. Absolute doesn't acknowledge any countable quantity, but only absolute quality. Now, when you drink it, this is provided by the one who is presenting to me. What does it mean? What does it mean? When you, this way, just the opposite. Okay. When you drink it, your belief is expected to bring this vision in your mind, in your spirit. One day you are invited to White House and had an interview with the president. Well, I mean, who is president? But compared to God, but just some people may think that this is important. Now, what you do, you keep telling that the president presented to me or gave me a gift, for example, a medal or some appreciation letter, you put in a frame. Can you imagine the president of the universe, the absolute being, is giving you a gift? Right? You see the believer, while you are drinking your tea, you are honored by him, his gift to you. And you feel that he is giving to you. It means he becomes your taste. Understood? Beautiful description of this. While you are walking, everything is all your body arranged perfectly, and nothing is wrong. And deliberately, even you get old like me, you cannot walk as fast as I cannot walk as fast as you do. But still I say, what a wonderful creation. So this is my God, my Creator's gift to me. So I should feel this. Hadith is saying, are you aware that when you act at any moment with God consciousness, you are referring to taqwa, this God consciousness, you feel the presence of God in your actions. But I'm not asking you, ask me. I walked today. It's a long distance. Okay. Did I remember? No. And by God, I didn't. This is God's blessing to me. Did I feel God with me? No. It was my loss. This hadith says you have to enjoy. Isn't that interesting? Now, everybody can apply this hadith wherever they live, whatever the time they live. At night, in the morning, in, I don't know, Alaska or somewhere on the South Coast, wherever you are, in a village, in a horrible city like this, especially, whatever, I mean, everywhere is okay. But human beings make the things dirty. That is something else. That's human mistake. So we are free to dirty it. We are free to keep it clean. That is up to us. It is left to us. But have you seen any dirty, dead body, not clean things in a forest when human beings have not entered? Perfect.
They go
And
places human beings haven't entered, pristine.
Yeah, so when we go there and have picnic, afterwards you will see what we live there. Very successful in ruining the true nature. Anyways, we have to watch out, and we have to understand that no, if he seeks my protection, I will protect him. How? But it doesn't mean that please God protect me, get on the car and drive nonsense. No, it is a rebellion to God's order. Why? God gives us whatever we want if only I obey his order of creation. He gives me. If I don't obey his order of creation, it doesn't give me. That is God's promise. In the Quran, it says, Sunnatullahi leti. Oh, no. وَلَا تَجِدَنَّ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. In the Sunnah, the way God creates, you can never see any change, any discordance. So if you obey the way he teaches us, he guarantees that he will give. Who? Everybody. But the disbelievers, unbelievers, don't feel the presence of eternity. They always, I am drinking water or tea. The more you drink, the more you lose the body of tea. At the end it finishes, you throw it away, the cup. You throw the cup away. So it is done. It's gone. Can you get it back? No. Finish. That is the attitude of unbelievers. If we say that I used it and finished, it means I have to ask myself, what am I talking about? Finish? God is with me in this hadith, but we have to understand. So I will protect him if I seek his protection. It means, please always be with me. He says, definitely, as long as you obey his order of creation, he is with me. If I don't obey, he doesn't give me. But unbelievers obey, they get as well, but they get the material side of it. Believer gets the eternal side of it. So we have to learn, in fact, how to live in the presence of God always. How to do that. It means God consciousness is essential in every action. I try to myself to make it practical for me. How? Always I ask this question, clear question. What is the source of existence of whatever I am getting? Whatever I am getting. Now, I love the beauty of this weather. For example, who prepared it for me? Even I don't like something. Who prepared this one that I don't like it? So he gave me the sense not to like it, and he created the things that are not likable, dislikable for me. What is he telling me here? So I have to look at the wisdom of the Creator's side and keep remembering him, because the familiarity, I feel that my practical experience, believers for believers. Non-believers don't bother. It doesn't make any change because their material relationship is always the same. But believers' most notorious enemy is familiarity. We have to watch out. I believe in God. Okay, finish. Finish. That, what, did I deny? I like it. I liken this situation to the situation of a student. Yes, I am a student. Yes, I am a student. I have the ID card. Okay. And I am a believer. It means I go to school. Now, see the analogy. I go to school. All right. Do you attend the class? No. It means you are not benefiting from the things that they are created for you and learn how the creator is interacting with you. You didn't learn it. I am a student, I believe. Look, I come to the mosque and masjid and pray. Yeah, I came to school, but you didn't learn it. Then you lost. Passes. Class professor teaches, class finishes, it means the day ends, pass. You lost the opportunity. Now take notice of the second opportunity. At least take notice. Yesterday, example, analogy. Professor taught this section. I missed it. Today I shouldn't. We have to be determined. But because of familiarity, we keep 5 times a day praying. But it's okay. We keep saying, I am a believer and Allah, subhanallah. But in my daily action, the most essential thing is how much I am remembering. My God, how much I am conscious of my creator of anything I am doing. That much he will protect me. Because you will keep the enjoyment of the presence of God there. As much as we are conscious of the creator of anything we are interacting. That needs training, that needs attending the class, that needs learning from each event. Learning, we have to.
It's almost like I felt like I hate the familiarity or I have to be careful. Like it's when I hear it's like I have to live and struggle and be more aware.
Keep,
Raise my awareness.
Yeah, keep awareness alive. As long as we keep it alive, he will be with us. How about this one? I think we dealt with how can God's love transform a believer's everyday actions if we practice it, and if we are conscious of our belief, then our everyday life, everyday actions becomes very pleasant. Otherwise, we lost, get tired. Today, it is very hard. I don't like it. Yeah, but we didn't think the creator. We didn't think that when we complain about heat, I remember this. Because of this heat, fruits, vegetables become ripe. So when you have it on your table, dinner table, beautiful with cherries, strawberries, bananas, when you eat them, because of this Allah's arrangement, there is a purpose. Think about it. So even I don't like the heat, but the other creatures love it. So I have to understand that I am needy. I am needy of something. For example, go to the kitchen, your mother or somebody is cooking there, it is hot. So, but afterwards, when the food is ready, you enjoy it. But oh, kitchen was very hot. Yeah, but you enjoyed Tirza. Would you like to say something?
I have a question, and then I have two questions.
One by one.
Okay. The first one, the familiarity that he was mentioning, the way I had understood, so I want to check in.
Yeah.
right, Is the reason why familiarity is the enemy of the believer is because familiarity means I have decided, I have understood, and then I have stopped. Right? I haven't continued to learn. I haven't continued to, on the day-to-day basis, see the new ways in which God is communicating with me through creation. Right? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the first one, or I understood. So familiarity, I think it's not our direct subject, but we have to be aware of it because when I first meet a person, I am very respectful. Yeah. For example, newly married ones. Oh, they love each other. And they hope. 6 months later, what happened? Yeah. Now, come on, be careful. You keep doing that. Starts this familiarity. In belief system also, the first time you put your head on the floor and saying, what am I experiencing here? What am I expressing in this position? So it's so exciting. I'm saying, only you I worship. And I'm nothing before you. Only you created me. That's what I am. Otherwise, I cannot exist. I cannot guarantee my life. I cannot keep my existence. Impossible. So not only me, all other creatures as well. Because another point is, I love to remember this. Every one of us has his or her own unique universe. You live in a different universe than I am. So everybody expresses his own feelings on behalf of the universe. That means the Quran says Caliph. God created Khalifa. Khalifa on the representation of the meaning of the universe that I give, I attach. If I say I am created, it means the tree is created as well, like me, by the same one, because we are in connection with each other, perfectly arranged. So we understand stars are for me. So how you see stars, not only with your eye, how you regard their existence, what it means, what their existence means to you is different from what it means to me. So everybody has his own universe, and everybody is responsible for their own universe. So for example, when I say, I'm not created, I am an accidental natural being. What does it mean? Trees are not created. They are natural beings. Clouds are not. The earth is not. Universe is not. Stars are, galaxies are not. Understood? Whole universe, my universe, I turned into a dead matter only. It's very important. So I don't say that, if I don't believe, I harm myself. No, you are insulting everything else. If you believe, it works other way around. No, I am thankful for my creation and the creator. I am thankful to my creator. Everything belongs to him. I belong to him, everything belongs to him. So all the universe, my universe, will witness me as if you like, if you like, everybody is the commander chief, commander, no, commander in chief, commander in chief of his own universe. All the soldiers means according to my understanding. If I say that I will obey the order, my soldiers will obey the order because I am the. So we have to understand. That is amazing. That's very amazing. I mentioned this verse. Angels said, "Are you going to create human beings, Khalifa, who are going to bloodshed, kill, cause destruction?" It means we have the option to do that because not only killing each other is nothing. I don't think it is. It is another verse, not here. This verse says, if I say, because I have the choice, I have the option. If I say the universe has an owner who is the absolute being, everything becomes alive now. As the Quran says, all angels declare God's glory, God's names, tasbihat, which is called. If I say they are meaningless, accidental beings, not natural beings, why? They lose their meaning. When they lose their meaning, they lose their life. And it means I become a dead body every moment. How can I become a dead body? This is interesting. Every moment I am passing. Can I get it back? Your yesterday? Dead. We are living on a temporary base. Always. Either accidentally happen to be and accidentally losing, living, death, or let God be with me. What does it mean? I become his hearing, his sight, and his hand. And so what does it mean? If I say, okay, yesterday is gone, but my yesterday gone, but my creator is absolute. He is not gone. Do you understand? So, and the same verse, in other verses, if somebody kills one person, he kills all human beings, everyone, but I understand everything. He kills everything. If I say there is no purpose in creation, I killed everything and everything becomes purposeless. Beings in my eye. Other way around, if somebody makes help, I said, yeah,
Alive.
keep it alive. Huh? So if I say, my creator is giving and taking, coming from him, going him, I'm not dead. Yeah, becomes all the universe becomes not dead. In materialist understanding, universe is always falling into death. For the believers, universe is always alive.
I was gonna say, like if you use the example of the cup of tea,
Yeah.
if you take the atheist perspective, the materialist perspective, this is just for your appetite.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And
Bodily.
Yeah.
Bodily enjoyment, then you die. It dies.
And they're done, like an animal.
Hmm.
But
Not an animal. Animals are appreciated. Like a dead body, yeah. Don't insult animals. They do their function perfectly. Yeah. I'm joking, but at the same time, some truth in
but
it.
it's true.
Yeah.
But for someone with a relationship with the creator, this is a gift. And it's a gift on many levels because not only am I enjoying a cup of tea, I'm enjoying the fact that I can taste the cup of tea. I'm enjoying the fact that it's a positive feeling. I'm enjoying the fact that I can digest it. I mean, you can just keep counting.
Yeah. And also these are all God's gift to you.
And I didn't ask for any of them. They were just given to me from the moment I existed.
Enjoy. Now, so God is with you now. So you understood hadith, inshallah. The last, yes?
Maybe build off of that. I also think that if you drink the tea and it doesn't taste good, it's also a teaching in that way.
So find out. Look for the type of tea that it takes. Because there is possibility. So it means, that's interesting point. We may think that whatever I want, God gives me. Okay? Even if I don't obey his order, still he gives me. No. Even I am a prophet, man. If I don't obey his order, doesn't give. It means ubudiyya, being an Abdullah, it means worshiper of God, acknowledger of God, is necessary to initiate the process. But a disbeliever obeys the order, he gets it, but gets only the material side from his perspective. Although the spiritual side comes as well, but he doesn't see it because he closed it. So that is why, yeah.
I've just been pondering on the first part of this hadith. When I love you. How do we understand the when?
Mhm.
Because I've heard the comparison of a mother's love to a baby. I just imagine a mother's love to a baby. God loves us so much more than our mother loves us,
No, because he gave you existence.
right?
Really?
But I don't know the Arabic how that goes, but when I love him, so there's the possibility of him not loving you, or even if he loves you, then it can change. Is that how it works? Or
So if you love him, you start feeling his love for you. Now, when I love him, how I understood this, if he loves me, can you imagine when you love the Creator, his love is with you. You feel that I have a absolute wonderful.
could you be just imagining it,
No.
making it up?
Why? Your spirit is your reality. Your understanding is your reality. Why imagining it? Why do you say making up? Because your evidence is there. That's why I just noticed my hand here. So my hand is a gift by whom? Who arranged it? The codes of gen in my genes written. Who wrote it? Who arranged it? Who creates this code? Who's put this into practice? Who does it? The one who created the universe. So look at your hand and say that, what a beautiful designer he is. Huh? What a beautiful creator he is. What a wise creator he is. A balance, measurement, wisdom. Who is doing it? So I love him, the one who did this. As soon as you connect your feelings to the source of existence you cannot imagine, the being, but absolutely necessary that it must exist. Otherwise, you cannot explain the existence of anything in this world.
I'm satisfied with my creation when he's satisfied with me.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, he becomes, now, his side, I become his side, his action, his understanding, his love. Then I'm extending the subject to you. If you acknowledge the creator, be honest. For example, when you enjoy anything in this world, in anything that you like or dislike, if you know the purpose in this creation and you question this, in order to see the purpose in this creation, it must be something meaningful. Even the simple table is prepared, made by a being who wants you to utilize it. But human beings expect something in payment. But the creation, the creation itself, he doesn't expect anything from you. Only if you acknowledge him, then your life becomes meaningful. Your human side becomes meaningful. If you don't acknowledge him, your meaningful side becomes dead. Now it brings somebody wanted to say.
I wanted to ask, based on his question, my understanding of, to make sure I understood it correctly. So if we were to use a metaphor, for example, and let's say a person lives in a house, food appears on the table, they eat the food, food appears on the table, they eat the food, but they're not really seeing the person providing the food, but they're just eating the food, right? So that is still love, because the food is there.
Conscious preparations of something, consciously, deliberately, yeah.
But the person isn't aware of it.
Yeah.
They're just like a plate of curry. So I guess that there's love there, but then the way I understood you explaining it to him, and I want to check, is that when I love him, it becomes that then when I am aware that God created me, then I start seeing the person that is cooking the food.
I mean, not physically,
Right? Not physically.
but somebody is consciously preparing the food for you.
So
Is it an imagination?
No, it's a
Why?
feeling experience.
Excellent. You get the answer? It is not an imagination. And why is it not an imagination? Because the food is consciously prepared. Because the reality of the food in front of you witnesses that there must be a conscious being who prepared it. Here is the food of universe.
That it's consciously prepared. That's
Sorry?
the part of when I love him is that me as the human, I'm becoming consciously aware that the food is being prepared for me.
Yeah.
That's that switch. But the love is already there. It just, I'm becoming conscious.
But love, maybe love for the body of the food must turn into love for the one who prepares the food. Somebody else wanted to say something? No. Oh.
That imagination doesn't necessarily need to have a negative connotation. It could just mean using our mental abilities to perceive things that are not necessarily directly before us.
Yeah, exactly. Imagination is used in this language as something which has no reality. That is why, otherwise, imagination is a part of human spiritual side. And part of human spiritual side is reality. But in the secular language, imagination refers to, or connotations of the word imagination is something not real. Yeah, fictional, story-like. But in fact, imagination is a human reality. But unfortunately, this language doesn't have it. Unfortunately. Now the last part, let me go here. The last question. When God loves someone, does he not give him death? Question, rhetoric question. Let's just reflect on it. It means, when God loves someone, does he not give him death? He gives. The prophet died even. Oh, everybody dies, everything dies, stars die, right? Everybody dies, yeah. What does it mean? So he says, Hadith says, I hate to disbelieve him. Now, death represents transience. I am alive here, and my body and my spirit is separated. It means my life is transient. It means I lost. For example, the very expression, I lost my mother 10 years ago. Lost. I think I lost it now. But if I know that the one who gave life to my mother has given him death, and in his giving life, he is present. In his giving death, he is present. He is doing it. He is arranging the whole universe, whole system in this way. So he is creating everything in this way. So he is there. So when my mother dies, if I am a disbeliever, I will say, he is gone, his body is rotting here. Finish your tea. Yeah, like, see, he's finished. Yesterday is gone, dead, finished. But if I know that he's its creator, or my mother's creator, is ever alive, it means he has given life to my body, or body of my mother. He has taken the life. Where did you get your life? Death is from the same place. We have to understand that we don't like death because we are created not to like death, transience. So while we are doing something, drinking tea, or mother dies, or I die, I will look for the meaning of this existence. What does it mean? Why he is giving me that? It is very easy. In fact, let's finish today's discussion with this subject. Death is beautiful. Life becomes under this very dangerous enemy of familiarity. I am alive. That's it. Take him for granted. You ask yourself, I will ask myself, I was given life and enjoyed it. And did I remember? Ask me. I'm asking myself, did I remember that my Creator has given me, blessed me with life? When I lose it, I cry. Yeah, my mother died so long ago, so it was so hard for me to digest. But when she is alive, I never remember how precious her life is. I never remember how precious my life is now. I just pass time, especially, I don't think none of you does this, playing video games. What are they? And when you die, you say, I'm sorry. Why? What are you sorry? You didn't have anything meaningful. It is gone. Why bother? No, I don't want it. I don't want that. That is we are going to study this next week, inshallah, this side. Beautiful reminder how to appreciate life and not to fall into trap of familiarity. I am alive. How are you? Well, what does it mean? Yes.
Familiarity even happened even for me, not about myself. Familiarity can be even like when I'm doing Torah. Like I become like
Praying.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes become like an operator and I have to speed up because I'm not somewhere. Then I'm very toward myself. And then it's sometimes the second rak'ah, no, I'm just like be present. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Familiarity takes
Like
it off.
now, you cannot do that. Be present. Then I focus on the second rak'ah, and I try to forget what I'm doing or what I have to do.
Yeah.
I think this is a forgiveness because the familiarity is like an autopilot.
Mm.
I'm alien.
Yeah.
I'm
So
really sorry. This is my
because there are many verses in the Quran keeps the reminder, warning. Hey, don't forget. We need it. That's a human need. That is beautiful when the existence of death, transience, is very meaningful if we take notice of it in order to appreciate life, in order not to fall into familiarity. Every day, for example, go to hospital and you will see that relatives or somebody, their beloved ones, friends, they expect from doctor, please try to make my mother, my friend, my father, or my brother, or whoever, something, a beautiful life, healthy life. When we have healthy life, do we appreciate it? I was so surprised. Once I was young then. I was hospitalized for a problem, my body problem, anyways, and then I had to stay 2 weeks in hospital. But they couldn't diagnose the disease. It's a rare disease. It was. They told me very rare one. Anyways, Alhamdulillah. And while I was in hospital, there was a person who died. I mean, not completely died, but stopped breathing, heart stopped. And people shouted, doctor. Doctor came and is artificial breathing, and then came back to life. Just because they were careful about his case. Now, and they took him to intensive care and treated him for a while, and it means hours, and then he normalized and they brought him back. He must appreciate life now, eh? I was so sorry. He took puzzle, kept himself doing puzzle. I said, did you really want to live for these meaningless things?
Have you told him that? Have you told him that personally?
No, myself.
It's thought.
I said, Ali, you are alive now. You understood that how precious the life is. Have you appreciated it? Have you? How much? Anyways, that's my personal life, but Alhamdulillah. Anyways, everybody dies, but it means death, transience is a call, invitation, remind the permanently existing one. Attach your existence to him, and you belong to him, as the Quran says. You belong to him, he will take care of you, as he took care of you when he created you. That's why. Who took my mother's life away? The one who gave life to her. I was happy when he gave him. He says, this is temporary. This is just temporary. I'm just presenting, introducing myself to you so that you will remember me and identify your existence with me, so that you will see that I'm always with you, inshallah. So, Alhamdulillah, we finished this, but of course, the questions or comments are welcome. Please.
Question. And maybe this is specific to language, but is there any difference between remembrance and consciousness?
Now, consciousness is always aware, but even disbelievers have consciousness. Consciousness of their transient life, and they say we are how we are. Everybody is conscious of his existence. Everybody comes here in the evening, you will see the park full of people. They are conscious of it, they are aware of their existence, because consciousness is the human side. It's a very interesting side of human spirit. He is aware, it is aware of its own existence. So I know I exist. I know I have consciousness, and this is the function of consciousness. Now, but remembering the source of existence of your consciousness is in the Quran dhikr, reminder. The reminder. That's why Quran describes himself. I am a reminder. So remember that you have been given consciousness. Look, it is different. That's what I understood different. Yeah.
I was gonna say, just to comment on this is not something you can do passively. This is active.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it actively.
You have to intend.
Yes, because
Now-
it won't happen by itself.
Belief requires intention. Disbelief doesn't require intention. Neglected, finish. It happens. But belief, because I was born in a Muslim family, I am a believer. No. Requires intention and intentional choice. But disbelief, unbelief, doesn't require intentional choice. Only some very deliberate, they are politicians actually, political minded people, they make it, okay, assalamu alaikum. I know that I exist, but I choose not to remember. Yeah, existence is automatic. Thank you. Realization of existence is the automatic result of consciousness, but I have to remember who I am. What am I doing in this world? That is, that is why dhikr is needed. Yeah.
To switch the conscience or the awareness to intellect.
Sorry?
Intellect, like
Intellect is reasoning, analyzing. You know, 5 senses collect data and intellect analyzes them. What does it mean? What shall I do with it? Does it, is it something to be used? These are different aspects of human spiritual sides. Ruh. So, inshallah, let me see somebody. Afshan says, did you cover the sentence regarding hesitation? Now, this one, I hesitate about the soul of the believer. It means, I don't want it. I don't want it. But it means I don't want to give him transience. Death represents transience. Good question. Thank you, Afshan. Death represents transience. I didn't create him on a temporary base. I created the human beings on everything within this universe on a temporary base. But for the absolute being's creation, act of creation, must be infinite. Do you understand that? That is why if we remember that our source of existence is absolute, our life existence is infinite. He will give infinite to us because he is the one who can give it. I belong to him. You will feel it, you will experience it. It's not imagination. Experience it when your spirit will be happy. If you don't remember, you will lose the happiness and your spirit will not get trained. Like the student goes to school and doesn't attend the class. will not learn anything. After it, of course, he will get not any degree. It means has learned nothing. So all his life in school, wasted. In the school of the universe, wasted. Understood? In the school of the universe. I love this example, metaphor of school, the universe. And we are students. Whether we attend the class as God presents his creation to us and try to see the meaning or not, that is, we are free. That's what we have to take our existence seriously and think about it, that aware of what we are blessed with. Impossible. Do you hear now? For example,
Yeah.
Did you thank God for it? Remember? Example. Now, see, feeling. So when you are hungry, you know that. Then when you want to do anything, you need anything, you know that. You know that. And everything is prepared. Ready. Yeah, God is serving us. But we don't appreciate it. Every day, food is ready. Food is ready in your example. One day you go to kitchen, food is not ready, you scream as if somebody has to do it. But if you know the source of it, one day, once in 10 years or something, he doesn't give it to you. The earth shakes for 4 or 5 seconds. That's it. That's enough. We start screaming why God is so angry with us, or whatever the language they use, negative languages. No. Just a reminder. I am not your servant. I'm giving it freely. But it is my gift. If you don't appreciate, I won't. So as I hesitate about the soul of the believer, it means I never ever take the existence or the pleasure if he remembers me. When I love him means if he loves me, he realizes I love him. Now, if somebody is not believer, he doesn't realize God loves him. So we have to understand that the hadith is saying, if you love God, God is present with you in his love. You see that, everything is prepared by my creator. It must be, he must love me. It is reciprocal. So understood, inshallah. Sorry, time is up. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, we finish the hadith and then we will start studying related verses from the Qur'an, inshallah. Slowly but surely. Assalamu